Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. If you are new here, thank you for coming to hang out. Tonight is my turn to upload my video for this month's YouTube nail collab challenge. Last month Rachel won and she decided to have her Instagram followers once again choose the theme by throwing out a random word, and the word that was selected was Disney. I would be lying if I said I was very excited about this challenge because I'm not a Disney girl. I don't know the movies by heart. I watched them when I was a kid. I know the new ones because of my daughter, but I'm not crazy about them. Anyway, so I racked my brain. I came up with an idea and I kind of executed it. I'm not entirely happy with how things went last night, and I'm going to warn you ahead of time. Last night when I was doing my nails and filming, I was having a couple adult beverages and I kept forgetting to hit the record button after I cured things and all that kind of stuff. So the tutorial is going to be a bit choppy, but the main idea is there. You're going to see how I did this nail, which is supposed to be like a fawn print. Again, it focused. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a fawn print fingernail. And then I've got this guy here, which is my lame attempt at painting a Bambi face. Yeah, so I recorded as much as I remembered to. I'm going to splice it all together the best that I can, but the meat of it is recorded. I know that I definitely, sorry, I apologize. I know I recorded this one for sure. Yeah, so I'm going to do my best with editing. Make sure you definitely go and follow and subscribe to all the other girls that are taking part in the challenge. I'm going to list all of their information again below, and hop over to Instagram so that you can vote and you can help come up with new themes. It's just a lot of fun, and it's, I don't know, I'm having a ton of fun doing this and going outside the box and outside of my comfort zone doing all sorts of things like this. So stay tuned if you want to see how I did a few of these nails. In what order, I don't know how it's going to end up, but thank you for coming back, and I hope you enjoy. Bye. Hey guys, okay, I'm doing this one voiceover style because I was, like, honestly, I don't know what I'm going to be showing you guys. Anyway, so I used Revel Nails Acorn and Calica, and I also used a tiny bit of Falling Leaves, aka Dookie Brown. So yeah, I just did 2 fingers with a base of Acorn. That's what I'm doing here. And these nails are the longest nails I've ever had, but I made them super long because I wanted to have space for design, but I went overboard, and I cannot fasten my jeans with them. So I regret the length. I legit sat down and didn't know how I was going to do this, so this is just me looking at my nails, deciding which I was going to do with what on them. Welcome along for the creative journey. I'm glad you could join me. Like, I don't know how I didn't run out of that bottle of Pro Base doing these nails. They're so effing long. I had to pick colors that I had ounce jars of because these don't fit in a ½ ounce, these nails. They're insane. And then I sped through the boring parts of just, second coat and cleaning up my cuticles and all that stuff, because this would have been an epically long video. I sped through a lot of it, so yeah. Oh, you know what? Actually, my nails right now, they just have a base of pina colada on them. It's not Calica underneath, it's pina colada. Wait for the old activator to set up. Yeah, and then I had this, I have a sheet of really cute, like, jungle plant life stickers that I got from Maniology. It came in free with my, like, starter kit. No, did I buy a mystery box? I don't know. Whatever, it's Maniology. I chopped one down so that it fit better. And put that sucker on my nail, and because my nail was so curvy, it wouldn't stick well, so I put Pro Base all around it and then stuck it down with Pro Base. Also glued 2 of my fingers together. I cut that part out. Yeah, and then I activated the Pro Base so that it was all, you know, secured to my finger. There we go. There's that. What did I do next? What did I do next? Oh yeah, I buffed. I just, you know, buffed that nail. Did I dip it in clear? Yes, I did do a dip of clear that I didn't record. Watching this now, I'm wondering just how it all would have turned out had I done this stone cold sober. Probably not any better, but at least the recording would have been better. Oh yeah, so I'm using top coat, gel top coat on that pinky because I want to do some messing around with it later. I'm not done with the design on it, but I want a shiny base for what I'm going to do. And then that's the nail that I'm going to paint my Bambi design on. So I did a gel coat on that also, and then I did a gel matte top coat on the other finger that I did acorn on. I just wanted the textures to be a little bit different on each of the design nails. Why? I don't know. I don't know. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Yeah, so that's all cured and all that stuff, nice and shiny. I have no idea what, I really phoned it in on that ring finger because by the time I was done hand painting, I was just so over all of it. So I just stuck another little piece of grass on it and called it a day, but that'll come at the end. And to do the design on the 2 acorn colored fingers, used a little bit of gel top coat, put it on the back of the stamping plate, which I'm sure is really poor form because I have dip powder all over that puppy pad and it's probably scratching the absolute shit out of my stamping plate, but I don't really give a care. And then I did this the same way that you would do any kind of textured pattern, like sweater nail or whatever. You use your gel top coat, paint the pattern on that you want, and then pour over the other colored dip. You'll see. I definitely recorded all this, definitely left it in real time. I probably didn't need to leave all of this in real time. This is quite tedious and boring. But I kind of feel like if I didn't leave some of it in real time, it would be like the shortest tutorial I've ever done, but at the same time, it doesn't need to be long. It's just, I mean, this is boring as hell. I'm terribly sorry. I apologize. Feel free to skip to 11 minutes and 15 seconds in the video, and I'll be just doing the pour over section. In fact, I think I'm going to do that as well. Yeah, so I did the dots on my pinky as well with the gel top coat, and then you take your dip powder in whatever color you want that pattern to be in, and lightly sprinkle it over the nail. Definitely pour over, don't try to dip. It'll smush it all around and it be useless. So yeah, sprinkle it over, lightly tap, do not brush off, and then cure right away. You can do the final brush off after it's done curing. And that is the cured finger. This is the uncured. And there they both are. I also painted a very thin line of gel down the middle to make it look more like a baby deer's back. And then poured over that falling leaves dookie brown color. I finally found a use for it. 2 very thin lines on baby deer nails. So got my money's worth. And then again, just, cure that and then brush the excess powder off after it's done curing. Yeah, so you can see on this nail that I had to file the gel top coat off because the acrylic paint was just like sliding all over the place on it. So yeah, I had to file it off roughly so that the surface was not shiny and not slippery at all to paint this little baby Bambi face. And I gotta say, like you picture what you're able and capable of doing in your head, and then you sit down with paintbrushes to actually do it, and everything kind of just goes all to hell. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's not a whole lot I can tell you about doing this. I basically lay out your shapes first, like the background shapes. Very simple shapes if you can, and then add details at the end. But yeah, this is not the best hand painting I've ever done. I'm not actually great at hand painting. I don't know, like I always assume I can do these things stupidly, and then I learn the hard way that no, you can't do it. You're not good at this. So I think maybe for the next challenge, depending on what the theme is, I might just go a little simpler and not have such grand plans, because this is just very disappointing. I'm very disappointed in myself. I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. So yeah, I'm still laying out like basic shapes of like snouts and necks. And here comes the nose. I at least know where I screwed up now. I made the eye shape wrong, and I don't know, maybe I'll go back to practicing my deer painting. Otherwise, in case I decide I need to redo this manicure, which I never would because it's Disney, and that is not my jam at all. I also think I need thinner paints. I was using like tubes of acrylic, not just like the cheapo dollar store really liquidy stuff. And for doing this like super thin detail work, it was just too thick. It didn't glide on as smoothly as a more liquidy paint would. So yeah. But honestly, like I spent so much time hand painting this bloody thing that when I finally got it like complete, I didn't even care what it looked like anymore. I just said, you know what, it's done. It was like 11:30 at night. I sat down at 8 o'clock when I started this. It was ridiculous. So this little Bambi face is a little something I like to call good enough. So I was just adding final details, doing a few little outlines, and trying to add some highlights to different areas here to make them a bit more recognizable as what they were. So I added a little bit of white and blended it into that ear that's supposed to be facing out. And yeah, when that was all done, I let it dry well, let the acrylic paint dry really well, and I put a matte top coat over it to get rid of those file lines. And yeah, I didn't record any of the ring finger stuff because I forgot, and so this is just me doing my cuticle oil because apparently in my drunken state I thought this would be interesting. It smells really good. It's lavender. It's from a company called Deco something. I got it in a FabFitFun box and I actually love it. I need to buy more of it. Yeah, and that's all she wrote. That's it. Yep, use that gel matte polish on top of my Bambi face. And, oh good, yes, a no wipe top coat on the other ones. So there you have it. Thank you guys for watching. I apologize for how ridiculous this tutorial, and I'm doing air quotes, turned out to be. But yeah, this challenge is all wrapped up, and definitely check out everybody in the description bar. Subscribe, follow them on Instagram, and take part in the next one on choosing our theme. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!